So there's a cost to freedom. First, it requires people to stand up for what is right. Now, in Christianity, we have to understand this is a problem because there's a whole lot of people that want to stand up for what they believe is right, but it's a fractured image. Because if you understand that Christianity is followers of Christ, then you have to see who Jesus said is the valuable, who Jesus said we're called to minister and to love and to serve. And it's everyone. It's not just people who look like us, act like us, sound like us. We're not called to wound and hurt people who don't think like us. Our freedom is to believe what we believe and live a life worthy of it, to live a life because of it. And in that moment, walk into places, be around people who can experience something different about us. So for this country, for 1776, for the birth of a nation, there was a cost of freedom in the beginning for people to take a stand for what's right. And then it was through years and years, it was people who stood for that right. And that right is for people to, from all places, to come in and be treated like a person of value. That's hard because through the years, we look back at a country that hasn't necessarily valued everybody the same. Regardless of what our documents said, there was a disparity. There was somebody's perspective. Somebody got fought for while somebody didn't. So we look over this. There's a cost. First, take a step. Second, it requires people to follow in those steps. It requires people to push and fight for what's right. Fight for the why, for the what has been written and down, and holding accountable the people who say they're fighting for it when they don't. Being a country of people who can continually walk according to the rules that we have. See, Christianity is the same way. There's a cost to freedom for Christians that we gloss over sometimes. The cost of freedom for us is that somebody died for us. That somebody was willing to put something in place that is that important that they died for it. So Jesus represents what we're talking about. Jesus took a step. And he said, you know what? There's people out there that I want to validate. There's people out there that are struggling, and I'm taking this a step further. I'm inviting people to be a part of who I am. And not only am I willing to take that step, I'm willing to die for it. I'm willing to die for those people I'm calling.